to explain resources. This is gonna be fun. The other day I sent a bit of code, didn't I? Let me see if I can find it again. Yada yada, where is it? Yeah, no worries, Tips. I'll try to make this a fast explanation. No worries. Resources. When was this? Did I send it in general chat or did I send it in programming? Give me a second. Trying to find, because that was actually good code. Oh, bingo. Okay. I'm gonna go here. And first, to give an explanation, resources are essentially any object that you want to have data belonging to your game. So, for example, you have animations. You have, let me see something different, an audio stream, like specific streams for certain files, like an MP3, a microphone, or OGG, wave files. You have bitmaps. Basically, most of your assets are, in a way, resources for Godot. You also have like shapes. Yeah, but I'm more interested in custom resources. Okay. And now to create a custom resource, you first need to create a script that defines what sort of data your custom resource will have and its name. So for example, if I go in here and say, I want an ability resource, something like that, like I explained on Discord, I just create a Godot script, normal one. If I can open this now. Okay, for some reason it didn't open here. Okay, by default it normally goes for node, but this needs to be resource. Let me see how I did. Okay. So we have first declaration before the extends should be class name. Class name defines what is the name of your resource type. In this case, ability. Extends resource. So it can appear on this dropdown here, when not dropdown, on this pop-up here, when you build. Okay. After that, you have your exports, which is basically the data that you will have access to from this object. For example, export var, let's say name, I think this is how you declare it. Yeah, equals test, for example. Does it have semicolons? Okay, it doesn't. And I don't need to set a default value. Okay, after that, gonna have something like var, let's say damage or power. Let's assign it to float. Okay, this would be your base. You could have also something like export var. Um, I wanted to say like something you throw. So for example, skill game object. It's what I normally call it. Throwable. And call it a node. You can just say it's a node. It will automatically assign from 2D or 3D. That's not an issue. Why are you throwing... Node export is only supporting node-derived classes. Okay. So I can't exactly say a node 2D. Interesting. That kinda throws me off a bit, because I was expecting that you could use a node 2D. Okay, you might have, like, a sub-resource that's a throwable. Most likely, when you basically grab a scene or something, which... Oh, that's it. It's not a resource, it's a scene. Okay, what happened Okay, that should be fine now. Apologies for that. Yeah, need to restart. Okay, we should be back. Freaking Twitch sometimes likes to mess around with me for some reason. I headed to the Spain server, and now I switched to the automatic. Let's see how it works. Anyway, you should reference a pact scene. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm way too used to how Unity does it, because Unity you can grab a game object, which is Godot's Node 2D or 3D. But in case of Godot, prefabs are scene packed scenes, so it's a different structure. Yeah, something I'm still not used to. Yeah, and basically after that you have something like any function you want to implement. Like for example, get name. Let me go with the normal naming convention, I think. How is the normal naming convention for Godot? Okay. You have something like the init, which is to initialize the game object. You can do whatever you want here. Initialize your
Subscribe to Professor
ability
Leo's channel
here.
and you'll unlock a sweet ad-free experience.
Huh,
Plus, a whole
I forgot
lineup of
about
cute
that.
strawberry-themed emotes to sprinkle along with us. Stay pink, stay powered. Hashtag code and strawberries.
I forgot that the idle messages are back. Forgot to disable or program a disable function for it. But yeah, you can initialize your abilities here, whatever you need. I don't have the energy necessary in me to watch. I can clip this or highlight this as a YouTube video after. If you see that you will really need to go to sleep, so no worries. Like, you first, stream after. So don't worry about it. I mean, you can say something like gd dot. I keep forgetting how it logs in Godot script. But yeah, expected an indented block. Huh? Why do you say you expected an indent block? Hmm. Okay, whatever. You can also program something like get name. This returns a string. You can say return name, something like that. Var test, something like that. As a string equals get name. Huh. Get name overrides a method from native class. Okay. Get ability name. Something like that. I wonder if this is also overriding something. But yeah, that would be your basic ability per se. And you could derive from this one, and it would create a different type of class. So now if I go into resource, I already have my ability class here. I can create abilities, for example. Oh, was saying it wouldn't pop up the thing. Okay, test ability. You can say this is a test ability and give it a 5 power. And then your packed scene, you could also basically say something like, does this have the fun process? No. Get iteration. I'm trying to remember what sort of things I can program in this. Okay, but for example, you could do something like initialize your packed scene here, maybe. Something like that. Okay, but that's the basis of custom resources here. Let me see. Okay. Bitrate is stable. Was just checking how the bitrate is, because Twitch was showing it in red and kind of alerted me. But yeah. After that, what you can do is, as I said, you can derive from a resource. So for example, if I say inherits ability, and you can say something like empowered ability, you now have this class that extends from ability. Class name, empowered ability, and you can say export var power multiplier as a float, and that should be enough. Func get power, something like that, float. Give me a second. This returns a float. And now I do this. Return power multiplied by power multiplier. And as you can see, you can access the main class's variables and use it in your derived class. So now if I were to do something like, say for example, custom resource, empowered ability, it is as a sub item of the ability resource, and you can just create something like empowered test ability, and there you have it. It even shows a different basically a different box for your derived classes variables. As you can see, you have the power multiplier here. Let's say 2.5. Base power is 5. Empowered test ability. Okay. Now, if I were to do something like, let me create a user interface. Something like that. And I'm gonna say label. Yeah, that's what I want. Rich text label. Okay. Oops. Okay, go back here and say that you will expand to layout mode anchors full rect. That's fine. Fit content, tab size, word smart, horizontal center, center. Okay. And I'm gonna say this control will have an, oops, not metadata. I wanted to add a new script. New script, control GD. Let's say ability test, see, ability test, something like that. Okay, gonna edit this script and say export var label rich text label export var ability. It's an ability. Export var empowered ability. It's an empowered ability. Okay, and func enter tree, if I'm not mistaken, label.text is equal to regular ability. Let me try to do something interesting. Okay. Does it work like this? It should. Okay. Then I'm gonna say ability. Just name is fine. Plus ability dot get ability name. Can I control D? No, I can't. Power. Let me see if I can access directly in the power. Dot. Is there a way I can invert this string like so? Okay, yeah, that works. Okay. Also, and okay, let's add this to the other ones. Level dot
Hey, chat, let me know.
text.
What's your all-time favorite movie? Hashtag Movie Mania.
Okay. And now I can do the same for the enhanced ability. I'm gonna do empowered here and label.text plus equal empowered power power after multiplier string empowered ability dot get power. And now if I go on the control, I can just say assign this where is it, testability on this one, empowered testability on this one. If I play, select current, it only shows the enhanced one. Oh, I know why. Silly me. Forgot the plus there. As you can see, it works in the same way when it's a derived class, and you can access basically your empowered abilities features per se. I hope that was a good explanation. I kind of went on a tangent there. But yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna mark this as... Okay, this should be like minute 33 as the finish. I don't know if you're still there, Tips. I'm sorry. I know this was your idea, but I kind of went a bit off there. Since this wasn't like a prepared script or anything like that, I kind of had to improvise on the fly.